And welcome to the Non-League Social. My name's Lee, and we're back again. It's Thursday. It's 8:30, and I've already got guests already lined up. So, first of all, we're going to bring in Daryl Tate from Norwich United. So, let's see if this is going to work. He says, "Oh, hello."
Good evening.
There we go. Good evening. How are you, Daryl? You all right?
I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, thanks for inviting me on.
No worries. So, I bet it's been a bit of a hectic few weeks for you so far.
Yeah, you could say that. Yeah, it has been. Yeah, we're training tonight, so I'm at the ground as we speak. So
how's that going so far for training?
It's a bit, I think we've got about 36 tonight, split into two groups. So it's getting there. It's getting there, mate. It's certainly not easy, but we're getting to a stage now where we're self-sufficient as such, and
So before we come on to stream just now, you were telling me that you had literally no players whatsoever in the club.
Yeah, so the job come up. Funny enough, I see it advertised, and obviously I haven't got any links up this way because I've only just moved into the area myself. Applied for the job, and when I arrived, everyone had already gone. So it's probably them seeing me coming and why they went. But no. Yeah, so that's what we walked into, mate. But listen, it's a game of football at the end of the day. So it's a pleasure for me to be here. It's a fantastic football club. And
I was going to say it's already kicked off. The season's already started. You've already had one game. Unfortunately, lost by 2-1 against Ely City. But so how is all the gelling with all the players coming in who you've signed?
Yeah, so we had 5 under-18s in the squad on Saturday. Couple started. Really good opponent for me to start with because I love the guys over there. So Guy is a real mate, and it was nice to start off against him. I think we were unlucky not to come away with something, but everybody says that, don't they? But I think just the circumstances where the club's up, where it's at, caught up with us last 20 minutes of the game where we've been quite comfy. So very pleasing from my point of view, and something to build on. No pre-season, no fitness in the players and stuff. So it was good.
So you had, was it 2 games of pre-season, or did you just have the one?
Yeah, we had a couple of games. We played Waveney and we played Galston Reserves, which was a big test. But again, most of that was playing with the kids. So I've got a good group of kids here that'll be knocking on the first team door this season, and that's what's really exciting about the job, because it's not just the first team; it's basically the whole club is being restructured. So it's good.
And of course, you start off with Woodbridge in the FA Cup. Well, let's just bring up the fixtures here. As you say, on Saturday, you got Woodbridge Town at home. How do you feel that's going to go for you?
I think, it's going to be a big test for sure. We know Woodbridge well. I know this division well. They're going to be one of the top 6, I would say. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be a massive task for us, but we're still looking at players, and we're still learning about each other here. So it's very early days for us, and I would say it's a good chance a lot of the kids will get some minutes in this, and we'll just enjoy it and enjoy the occasion, and focus straight away on Kirkley, which is probably a bigger game for me.
Yeah, another tough game with Scott Butler, and as he's just joined Kirkley and Paintfield.
Brilliant manager, brilliant manager.
End of the show, so he's always coming on when he's at Galston. So it'd be nice to pick his brain, shall we say, when he.
I think you've got to judge us over the season. It's going to be very tricky to start with. Like I say, I think we're already ahead of where I thought we would be.
Yeah.
And the vibe around the place is positive. I've got some wonderful volunteers at this club. And the club, the club is a competitive package. So you know, it's what's not to like about it. It's not going to happen on day one, but it's certainly a project that we're all looking forward to here very much.
You definitely got some big tests coming up with Long Melford away, Sheringham away, and as well, and of course
another friend of mine, Long Melford, brilliant season last year, debut season for the Gaffer, and outstanding. So, listen, I'm not in football just to put the best players out on the pitch who cost the most money. That's not what I'm about. So challenges like this, what I'm in at the moment and what we're in as a club, that's what it's about for me. That's what it's about, and developing players. So future's good. We've made some strong relations up this way already. So I'm enjoying living here. So
that's good.
It's all good, mate. And as I say, we'll just keep improving. Every week goes past, we'll just keep improving. So.
Well, definitely, because you've only just started with only, as you say, not even a team formed. You know, you've already got your 3 teams ready to go now. So,
I think this year we're going to have a very strong 18s. Casey Walker's back, so he's a best signing I've made probably as head of football here, and some of these kids are training with the first team tonight, and they don't look out of place. So. We're at that stage of the season as well where clubs have signed, 25, 30 players that are not going to be sitting on the bench. So my door's being knocked every day. So we just have to be patient, and we want to bring in the right types, and that's key.
Well, that's good. Well, I won't keep you any longer, Daryl, because I know you're busy. You're at training, so I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Saturday. Hopefully we'll come up to Planton Park to see you guys in action, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
You're more than welcome. Take care.
Same to you. Cheers, Daryl. Thank you.
See you. Bye.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, so that was Daryl Tate, and now I'm going to bring another Darren Allen into the fray. So, Daryl, hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. That's very good for Daryl Tate to come in and speak to us. So let's get to the fixtures for this week. I won't get on to Norwich United. We've just done that, so as you can see on screen. I hope everyone's doing well in the chat. If you want to get involved, then just give us a message. Let's see if this works.
You've got a lot of slides there.
I've got loads of slides today. So let's start with the first, the Premier League season. Let's get us up as well. Oh, that's great, isn't it? Fantastic technology here.
Great to have it back.
Thanks very much. So, Dereham Town, were you at Dereham Town on Saturday?
I was. Very professional job from Toast and the team. 2-0 win over Bramtham. So, good start. And they followed that up on, which we'll probably talk about in a little while, on Tuesday night.
We'll do in a second, and then you've got Hadley United won against Down Town, who's just come up. A very good score for line for Down Town there.
Well, that was probably the shock result, wasn't it? Because you'd have had Hadley down as a home win, I'm sure.
I think we would. I think we definitely would. I've actually got some footage of the Hadley Newmarket game in a second, so we'll get on to that very soon. Lakenheath 4-2 winners against Walsham the Willows.
Yeah, good start for Lakenheath, and I'm seeing Walsham the Willows tomorrow night at Dereham. So see what they're about this season.
Exactly. And then it's Longmouth 3, Sheringham 4. Another classic.
Well, last time you did one of these, your co-host said that Longmouth Sheringham was the game of the weekend. So he wasn't wrong, was he?
He wasn't wrong on that one. I'll give him that one. So, yeah, we have to give him that one. So, yeah. Then you had Morebarton Wanderers 0. You got Thetford Town 1. Good start for Matt Morton's team.
Yeah, and we've got him coming on shortly, I believe.
I believe so, if he's around. And then we got, as I said, we just briefly spoke to Daryl Tate about Norwich United's 2-1 loss against Ely City. I know he's got a lot of new players bedding in, but I'm sure he'll do quite well. And then,
it was fascinating to hear him talking to you about how he's building sort of effectively a new club from scratch.
Yeah, definitely. And then you got Woodbridge 1 and Heacham. As I was saying, I've got the actual footage for that. So let's see if I can bring it up. And let's just. Good start to Woodbridge Town there. So how did you see that goal? It wasn't too bad, was it? I thought Heacham were very unlucky because they've just come up, haven't they, from the North Division?
Yeah, and it's hard to know what to expect really from Heacham, but I'm sure they'll be all right. I think they'll hold their own within the league.
Yeah, definitely. Didn't they win on Tuesday night as well? Didn't they?
Yes, they beat Fakenham, who didn't have an opening day game for some reason.
No, it's exactly like Newmarket Town as well. So let's just try. Let's try and get onto this lovely. See if my system works. No, never mind. These things do happen. See, look at that. Don't work. Typical. That's what you want to do.
What are we moving on to?
We're going on to the First Division. The Premier Division on the 1st of August. So, unfortunately, got Brantford Athletic against Woodbridge Town. That was abandoned due to the goalkeeper getting injured, unfortunately. I hope he's doing okay.
Yeah, that was obviously sad to hear about that, but I haven't actually heard how he's getting on. So, but obviously, we wish him all the best.
Definitely. And then, of course, Thetford Town winning 3-1 against Ely City. 2 out of 2 for Matt Morton's team.
Yeah, they're I think they're going to be right up the top again, aren't they? Certainly top 2. Probably, hopefully toe-to-toe with Durham in a fantastic title race.
Well, you got playoffs this season, haven't you? So you got the first, of course, you got champions go up, and then you got
second to fifth.
The second to fifth for the playoffs. So at least there's something to play for in the league. So which will be good.
Absolutely.
And as I say, Heacham 2, Fakenham Town 1.
Big crowd at that one as well, I believe. 300.
I think over 300 people. Over 300 people, was it?
Yeah. Good start.
Definitely good start. So if anyone is in the chat, if they want to say hello and welcome to you all. I hope everyone is doing well. And then we've got Newmarket Town 3, Hadley United 2. I've actually got footage for this. So thank you very much for Newmarket Town for letting me use it.
Hey boys, there's so much
that was action packed.
Wow, what an interesting action-packed game that was. So we've got our next guest who's just arrived, Paul Musgrove, assistant manager for Berry Town. Hello, sir. How are you?
Evening. How are you?
Very well. Yourself?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Good. So, training?
Yeah, just on the way back. So I thought I'd better be safe and pull over.
Yeah, you never know, do you? So, what's it like being at Berry Town now?
Yeah, it's exciting. It was, I had a little bit of 4 months out since I stepped down as stone market manager. So yeah, it was a good 4 months, and it's exciting to be back in. And Berry's obviously, it's only 15 minutes down the road for me. That's
even better, isn't it? Nice and close for you.
Yeah, exactly. The wife's a little bit happier.
So, how's Cole Scoos been with you and all the new players? All settling in quite well?
Yeah, Cole's been fantastic. To be fair, he's the career he's had. He's very humbling, very astute in what he's doing, and like I said, he's very very keen to sort of learn the levels. And so yeah, again, working with him has been good. And the rest of the management team have come together as well. Like I say, something new, something refreshing, and then obviously we've refreshed 9 or 10 of the players.
That's good. So first game, as you can see on screen, is Bigglesworth United, I believe that is. FA Cup. How do you feel that's going to go for you on Saturday?
Yeah, well, like I said, there's only so many pre-season games you can play, isn't there? With and you can hype it up as much as you want for the boys, but like I said, there's nothing like competitive football. So it's we're very much looking forward to it, and whether it's league or FA Cup, we'll approach it in the same manner. Yep.
Yeah. So and then you've got a couple of tough games against Felixstowe and Wroxham as well. Teams you've played before.
Yeah, we've got obviously Brentwood before that, and they've recruited really well over the summer, and they'll be looking to minimum hit the playoffs because they faltered a little bit last year after the year before. So we've got that one, and then obviously Felixstowe recruited really well as well and looking very strong, and Wroxham, and obviously always they've got a good management team there, so they they know how to go about the business in the league now. Their second year in it.
Yeah, especially with a bit of Norfolk and Suffolk going on there as well. So, need to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's nice to try and get one over our Norfolk friends early on.
Definitely. But, Wroxham will be a difficult challenge, won't they?
Yeah, Wroxham are very well set up. Like I said, they've got the very good coaching team, so they're always hard to beat. They play football the right way. Like I said, they've recruited well as well. Again, like I said, they've got a little bit of an in with Norwich as well, so they've got an extra little advantage there. So yeah,
you've actually got a good following as well for Berry Town and their ultras, haven't you? With the club going in the right direction.
Yeah, no, it's very much something I've always looked from the outside inwards. When obviously not being in their dugout, and thought they're very well supported. They've got a passionate ultras group, and something to be envied, really. And like I said, it's hopefully something we can only grow and improve on.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Mate, I won't keep you too long because I know you're trying to get back home. I wish you all the best for the coming season. Hopefully we'll get to speak to you throughout the season. Hopefully we'll come to a game as well for you.
Yeah, nice one. Stay in touch, and like I say, good luck to all the other managers and everybody going at it last week in the furlough and in this week, step 4. So all the best to everyone.
Smash it. Thanks very much, Paul. Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. So that's Paul Musgrove there from Berry Town. I've actually got another guest already lined up, Daryl. So should we go straight on to that?
Crack on, mate. Let's see who you've got next.
Yes. So as you can probably tell on screen, Ashley Webb. Hello, sir. How are you?
How you doing, guys? All right?
I'm very well. Yourself?
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
Let's try and change my ticker because that's the wrong person. You don't really want Berry Town on Sudbury, do we? If I can find it. There we go. That's better, isn't it?
That's better.
Much better.
Excellent. So, what's gone wrong?
I don't think much has gone wrong. I mean, there's a lot of things that have happened, but I mean, we're trying to keep the positives out of it. That's for sure. Try not to. Last season was absolutely brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Rick Andrews and his team did absolutely superb. I mean, it was a season that will live long in the memory. But Mark Abbott's in now. He's got a plan. He's a really nice guy. I've met him a few times now. He's really looking forward to it, and he's going to take us into the Southern Prem for the second time ever. So we're going to give it a good go. That's for sure.
Shall we see some goals from your from last season as you sent them to me?
Yeah, so we had Namby up front last season, who beat our goal scoring record.
Yep.
Obviously had Saka-san and Josh Stokes up front. They've all three of them moved on now. Namby to Braintree, two steps higher from last year. Zach to #United, who was our rivals last season, and Josh Stokes has gone to the National League in Aldershot. So again, the progress for all three of them, and wish them all the best, because they're all of them for last year. They're all great guys, to be fair.
Shall we see someone in action in the yellow shirts for Sudbury?
Have a look.
Let's go for it. Go then. A bit of action for you.
Superb. What a day that was away at Lowestoft, by the way. We all went on the coach. It was it was brilliant. We had some of the players on the coach with us, and again, it wasn't a game we were expecting to get anything out of. Lowestoft coming from step 3, and we went and we played really well that day, and it was probably the best. We took over their clubhouse afterwards, and it was just what a day. Brilliant.
I bet it's been a roller coaster ride for you, especially when I actually saw your first couple of games against Bury Town last season, one in the league and one in the FA Cup.
Again, they were two cracking days out. I mean, as much as Bury is our rivals, it's a brilliant place to go. I mean, the pitch is lovely, and it's a lovely setup down there. And two great games in the 2-2 draw, and then obviously winning 3-0 away in the FA Cup. They're two great away days, to be honest with you. Yeah.
So, what other highlights did you have from that season?
Well, definitely the Lowestoft game was probably my highlight. I mean, the playoffs, you'll never forget them. But in the league, I mean, being 2-0 down to # at half time, and it was all doom and gloom, really. And then the team just completely switched on the second half and scored 4 goals, and we won 4-2 on a Tuesday night, where we had over 500 there. It was brilliant, and obviously the club did really well last year to get the young fans involved, and we got a lot of noise behind the goal, and they did the club really proud. So there's a lot of memories of last season. There's not very many lows at all, but it was a very good season, that's for sure.
Well, that's good. That's what. But then, of course, you got another big test, step 3 football. You've got Leiston in your league. You've got Newmarket in your league as well. So, even St Ives are quite close together. So, at least you're not going further afield, are you, really?
I mean, there's a lot of travelling to do, especially Birmingham way this year, Derby way and Leicester. But again, they're all new grounds to visit for all our fans and the volunteers who do a great job down there. So it's going to be an exciting season. We're not really sure what to expect, but it should be a good one.
Well, that's what you want about. So what's that? So you got some more signings. Of course, most of the team is now signed. So how do you feel that the new players are going to kick on?
Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah. We've a lot of it's come from the academy again, and it should be a lot of the academy's a good setup down there. So,
that's good. That's all right. So yeah, Gavin Scott there. Obviously a Sudbury fan. Good evening to you, Gavin. Yes, hashtag home for me and St Albans FA Cup replay for him.
Yeah, I mean, the replay was a very good night again. Where you had so many fans down there, and it was again a great night. Again, you don't expect to get anything from the game, and the boys actually showed themselves and played really well.
Yeah, and shall we get on to the women's team as well? So you actually got a double promotion?
Double promotion last season, yeah. I mean, the girls are in step 4 of women's football this year, which is a fantastic achievement for them. It's the Women's National League. I know a lot of them, the Mallet brothers, Steve and Pepper and Luke, did really well. Yeah. Double promotion. Again, they're all girls that really most of them come from our academy.
Yeah.
When you're looking at the fixtures there, our first home fixture, you've got Norwich, City, Cambridge United, and actually Wimbledon. All coming to Sudbury, so it's amazing for the town.
There you go. Well, there you go, Daryl. You got Norwich City there for you.
Yeah, fantastic game to start the season down at Sudbury.
Yeah, so will you be going to that one then, Daryl?
I won't actually, unfortunately.
See, you call yourself a fan and you go to the games, but there you go. You can't have everything, can you?
The one I'm playing up is actually the AFC Wimbledon one.
Is it really? So, actually, are you going to the Norwich City one?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll be there with a lot of the other guys going down. We want to try and build up the fan base for the women's side as well. Because, women's football is really going up on the up at the moment with England and the Women's World Cup. So.
Yeah, doing very well, especially when they won the Euros as well last year. So it's all kicking on for them.
No, it's very good, especially as I say, most of the girls are from the academy, so they're like homegrown talent. Yeah. And they most of them have gone through the double promotion. So I mean, it's a really good setup down there. Adrian, who works behind the scenes of the women, does a good job down there. So
smashing. Well, actually, I wish you all the best for the coming season. Hopefully, I'll come down to see Sudbury Town. AFC Sudbury at one stage.
Come downstairs, yeah, more than welcome.
Excellent. I will have to come down and speak to you soon. So, but all the best, and I hope to see you.
Cheers, guys. Take care.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Take care, guys. Bye.
Cheers. So, Ruben says, "Good evening. Hello to you, Ruben. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Of course, a Newmarket Town fan there. So, see how that gets on for Ruben, especially when Thetford Town have got to play Newmarket in the FA Cup. Isn't that right, Daryl?
You'll be there tomorrow, won't you?
Yeah, should be there. Should be there for tomorrow's for Thomas game. Yes, you will see me tomorrow, Ruben. Yes, you certainly will. You can't miss me. You really can't miss me. So if you miss me, then I'm on the other side of the pitch. So, but yeah, let's try and get back to the fixture. This what we had. So we did the effort. Where did we get to? The first.
We've done some of the first, haven't we?
Yeah, well, let's get back to them. So that's the north. We won't get to the north because we haven't done that one. There we go. So we got to Newmarket Town 3, Hadley United 2. Ruben, you missed the goals, mate. Do you want me to show them again? See if he's there. And then of course Sheringham 0, Dereham Town 3. I spelled Dereham wrong. Sorry about that. So very me. What am I doing? Sorry about that. So how did you find that goal?
Impressive. That's an impressive result for Dereham. I thought that would be a much closer game than that. But to go away to Sheringham and win 3-0, that's Toasty and the boys have underlined their intentions with that result. That's a fantastic away win.
Yeah, excellent. That's what you want, isn't it? Especially against Sheringham. They were very dominating. Of course, Jordan Lake scored a penalty for Dereham. I see.
He did. Ex-Thetford man.
So Ruben wants to see the Newmarket goals again. So let's just go see this. Hang on. Well, there you go.
Right,
There you go.
That second Hadley goal, by the way, that was fantastic.
Well, there you go. So that was just for Ruben. So hopefully we'll see him tomorrow at Munford Road when Thetford take on a Newmarket Town. So Town Rangers 0, Down in Town 3. Great result for Down in Town there. And then unfortunately Walsh on the Willows got beat again 4-2 by Mulbarton Wanderers. So there you have it.
Yeah, so that's 2 Down have come into the league with 2 wins and 2 defeats for Walsham.
Exactly. So I've actually got my next guest available. So Chris from Mildenhall is here. Hello, sir. How are you?
Good evening. You well?
Very well. Yourself?
Yes, all good.
Good. Let me change my little tab on the bottom there. Make sure I've got the right team now.
That looks good to me.
Thanks very much. It only took me 4 hours to do everything, but never mind. So how's things with you at Milden Town?
Very well. Yeah, we had our first game Tuesday night. Started very well. Again, a bit of a squad upheaval again over the summer, but one that was probably needed. And again, one that the manager wanted to do to try and push us on, which is certainly the aim this season.
Well, he did have an okay season last season. He did start really well, didn't you? And then all of a sudden just dropped off a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was more our away and the amount of draws. I think we had 13 draws last year, which we weren't losing, but we just weren't finding that way to grind out the wins against, again, a lot of the away teams, when you're away at Sheringham and places like that, you've got to dig in, and we dug in enough to get the draws, just couldn't push on to get the wins.
And you say, but that's football, and it's now starting again for the next season, especially now you've had a good win against Long Malford, 3-0 at home.
No, it started very well, very comfortable win. Scoreline didn't flatter us at all, to be fair. Still missed a couple of chances, hit the post as well, and didn't give too much away. So no, it's a very impressive start from Weaves and the boys. Yeah,
and then you've got an FA Cup game and a Vars game coming up this month as well. So you got to start with Town Rangers on Saturday, and then of course you've got Town again at the end of the month.
Yeah. No, Sound's always a big game, so we're hoping for a big crowd again on Saturday. Added bonus to the FA Cup, so it's had a draw to it, and I think as well was a bit of an incentive for us because we have the winner of Lake and Heath and God Manchester, I think, which again could be a rather nice, tasty local derby if Lake and Heath can get through.
Well, that's what you want, isn't it? That's what you want, because that's what happened. Was it last season or was it the season before?
Yeah, we got a bit of a point to prove against Lake and Heath after the last season, so.
Especially when you had a penalty as well, didn't you? And got saved, and then they went up the other end and nearly scored. But that's football, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. And we went down to 10 men after 10 minutes in one of the games. So it's again all things that happen. So it's a season to put a couple of them right from last year.
So how do you feel that the season's going to go, Chris? What do you want to see at the club?
We're lucky. We've got a club. We've got a great chairman who's back in the team. We've got our committee is as strong as ever. Everything is going in the right direction at the club to really try and push on. Weaves has obviously had his first season now as manager, so he's now into season 2. Again, for him, he's looking to play a bit more, which is why we've managed to bring in Lloydie, and again, big experience on the bench, not just coaching wise, but also if needed as a player. Again, with Brady on the bench, it gives us some backup on the bench this time that gives Weaves the opportunity to play a bit if he wants. But again, all the players we brought in, I think, is a bit of a sign of the plan. Pretty much everyone we brought in has had step 4 experience, and that's kind of the team.
Yeah, especially when now you've got now a playoff format in the league as well. So of course you've got the first team goal versus champions.
I think the playoff format's been needed for a long time, hasn't it? You get to that point and you have 2 teams that are running away with it, and it's a bit, well, what have we got to play for? But now you've got down to 5th. It's a big opportunity to, to really push on and keep 3 or 4 other teams involved right to the end.
Well, like yourselves, Thetford, Dereham Town,
Exactly.
Newmarket.
Halston, to be fair,
Yeah.
Newmarket looked good to start with. Halston, an impressive first result, and won the second, didn't they, I think? So it's certainly, as much as it might look on paper, 1 or 2 teams, a bit like last year. There's always a couple that push on more than you expect.
Yeah.
You had your Ipswich go straight up and straight through again last year. So,
Exactly. They were the form team, weren't they? At the end of the day, they were the form team.
Just able to hold you off there.
Yeah, they were, but that's the way the football is. But there you go. But of course, you got a big derby game against Newmarket Town as well on the 15th. That's going to be another
not
crucial game.
Yes, definitely. And they seem to have started well. So it's every team always seems to have a little run of wins and then losses. It's non-league football. It's what's going to happen. It's just trying to get through that little period as quick as you can, and getting back on the winning ways. And a bit like it's not as much as you want the points on the board. It's it doesn't always work out that way. Trying to race ahead too early.
Exactly, and of course, then you've still got the Suffolk Cup as well.
Yeah, we're in that.
So so you got Hadley United there, as you can see on screen. I had to go a bit closer.
Hadley's your Holds is there, and it's always a battle with Hadley. So it's certainly there's no given in that game at all. That'll be, I'm sure, fiercely contested as often the games are with them.
Definitely, when you see teams like Needham Market, Bury Town are in there, Ipswich Town, AFC Sudbury, as we just spoken to Ashley about as well. So they're all in it to win it, aren't they?
Oh, indeed. And you look at, Needham are the biggest team. I think when they really get in the air, it's not like they let it go. They want to win it and keep winning it.
I think they won it 3rd time running. I think it is now. Someone's going to tell me wrong, but
no, indeed. A lot of if you look professional level, a lot of the teams use a cup like that to do weaker teams. But this is non-league, and this is income is so important to a football club. That every competition you've got to take as seriously as you can, to try and keep your run in it as long as possible. A home gate for us against Bury, for example, would be massive. And it's something like that as much as it would be a difficult game, you want to aim for getting a team, especially with look at Bury's gates. Half of that at our step level is a big gate.
It's unbelievable, isn't it? Especially when they can just get 500 people in, just like that. Of course,
500 on the friendly the other night, wasn't it, or something like that? It just shows what can be done at non-league, and I think as well, you look around though, the crowds are on the up, which is great for non-league football.
Yeah, like Ashley was saying that as he was at AFC Sudbury, then you get the youth people coming in. They want to join the non-league side. You get all these ultra people coming in with all their drums now, which is great.
Yes, local boys, and it's such a difference. I've been doing this. I've been on our committee for about 20 months, and it's a draw to be here. It's a want to be here. You get involved more. You speak to the manager after the game. You have a pint with the manager after the game.
Yeah.
You can't do that at professional level, and it's a big draw to do it.
No, especially the players are very approachable. I think Daryl can vouch for me on this one. They're very approachable to talk to, especially when they come on and do this chat. Speaking to you guys on chat as well, which is great. So yeah, it's good to see that people are like retweeting goals, liking stuff. So it's really good to see.
Oh, indeed.
But yeah, Chris, I hope all the best for Saturday's game.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And I say, I hope I'll come around to come and see Mildenhall Town at one stage, even if it's up here in Thetford or down at your place. We'll hope to see you very soon.
Indeed. I'll see you gents soon.
No worries. Thank you very much for coming on. I appreciate it.
No worries. Take soon.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers, mate. Bye. So.
Well, that was interesting.
Especially what Chris was saying there. It's all about the fans, and it's good to see, isn't it, Daryl?
Yeah, that game on the 15th against Newmarket, that looks massive already.
Yeah, and Ruben there is now an honour to be on the committee at Newmarket Town, so it's been great for him as well. He's only a young lad as well, so I'm glad he's actually getting out there or watching the games as well. So good on you, Ruben, and everyone else who's going to watch the game as well. So it's good on you guys.
Absolutely.
So where did we get to? I'm trying to remember. So I think we're just about to finish on the last one, didn't we? Sorry.
Yes, we were moving sort of to Division 1 North, I think.
Yeah, excuse me. Anyway, sorry. Dying over here. Apologies for that. So let's go to the north side on the 29th. Of course, Sudbury, as we were talking to Ashley about AFC Sudbury, look at that. 9-0 against this town. Unbelievable.
Amazing. Look how many goals in that league there.
Yeah, it's
4-4, 2-8. Incredible.
Yeah, staying away at Pegasus, doing Norwich CBS. Wow, that's an unbelievable score. And then you've got Great Yarmouth beating AFC Peterborough. Of course, the boys who we had on the first show, Ruben and Jesse.
Ruben's told me he's been watching this evening. So
excellent.
Hello.
Perfect. Good evening, Ruben. How are you? You're right. So, and also Holland 3, Heavy Hill Rovers 2. Another good result for Holland. And Framingham 2-0 win over Wavenhoe Town there. But they got beat in the playoff finals against Down Town. So they're the ones to be watched out for, I think.
Yeah, entertaining day that was.
I bet it was for them. So let's go on to the first. The 1st of August. Like I say, there, Framingham Town again, 4-1 winners against Diss Town. I feel sorry for Diss Town at the moment.
Yeah, they're having a tough time, but hopefully they can get themselves together.
Yeah, they did sign another player as well. So we've actually got another comment there for Cy Harris from Harwich. Who actually came down to watch? President of Non-League Wanderers come down to watch Harwich to play Leiston under 23s. Of course, Dan's not with us because he's broke his hand at work. I have no idea. I just said he wasn't here. So bless his little cotton socks. Hopefully he'll be okay very soon. You got Winton United there. 1-0 winners against Needham Market under 23s.
Yeah, good away with that.
And another 7-0 there against AFC Sudbury again. They're doing wonders, aren't they? AFC Sudbury, aren't they? Especially with the reserves.
They like scoring goals, don't they?
They certainly do.
We need to shout out Dussindale and Helston. The first game at 6 2-0 win.
Yeah, against Norwich CBS. Another team who were kind of
first game at the Nest.
2-0. Yeah, they're a good little side, aren't they?
Yeah,
and of course
seeing how they get on.
Of course, then as Ruben was saying about the Haverhill situation with Rovers, I do feel sorry for Rovers and Borough, but we'll see what happens in the coming weeks and months for them. So let's get on to the fixtures. If we can find the fixtures, there we go. I think I've done a selection of fixtures. So there you go. Mostly for the Thurlow Nunn Premier Division.
So what are these? These are Thurlow Nunn FA Cup teams in the FA Cup.
Yeah. So you got Thetford against Newmarket, of course. You got Dereham Town. Actually, I spelled that right. Sorry, Dereham Town again. Against Walsham and the Weirdos. Of course, you're going to that game, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm at Dereham. You're at Thetford. So we're splitting ourselves well tomorrow night.
You better take some footage in, haven't you? Really?
I better do.
Yeah. Buckhurst Hill versus Brantford Athletic. Could be an interesting tie there.
And it's worth saying as well, we've got replays back this year. So if any of these games are drawn, you'll have replays on Tuesday night.
Tuesday night, yep. So if Thetford or Dereham Town's games go to full time, it's draw. It goes to replay, as you're saying, on Tuesday night.
Yeah, which is back, which I don't think was the case in previous seasons, but all the replays are back. So lots of football.
Yeah. No, which is good, which is what we want. Of course, Ely City are at home to Aylesbury Rovers.
Yeah, Ely have started well with that win at Norwich United.
Yeah, they have. I feel that, as I say, with Daryl, I think he's got some good players coming through. So with literally having no teams, I think he'll do well. I think.
Yeah. And the next one in your list is a big one because that's Galston's first game playing at Great Yarmouth.
They are indeed, because Great Yarmouth are away, I believe. I think if Ruben's told me that, right?
That was on your other list. They're at Needham Market. I think they're at Needham Market under 23s. I don't know if we've covered that yet.
I think so. Yeah, they are. Yeah. So, yeah. They got Hadley against Cambridge City. Could be an upset there.
Yeah, well, Hadley will be looking for a win because they've lost their opening 2, which was a bit of a surprise. So they'll want a cup win to get themselves going again.
Definitely. Horston Town against Kempston Rovers. I believe that Dan is actually going to that game and filming that game. So if you can see Non-League Wanderers, he'll be there with his camera, taking some film for us. So that will be good.
And then what have we got? Kirkley Downham. So Downham on form, and our friend Scott Butler will be looking to knock them out of the cup.
Yeah, he's only had one game. Kirkley and Patefield?
I think
he's only had one game. Yeah. So, and Ruben's gone on a message saying, I believe we get the winner of Hadley Cambridge City in the Thetford Newmarket game. I believe so. I think that's right. I think the Vars is St. Neots, I think, if Thetford go through, but I don't know. Lakenheath against Gold Manchester Rovers.
Yeah, and we were just discussing, weren't we, that the winners of the Lakenheath game play the winners of the Mildenhall game, I think. So you could have a big game in the next round. Definitely,
Chris will be interested with that if it is Lakenheath. And then, of course, you've got Mildenhall versus Surrey Town Rangers there, as we just discussed.
Yeah, I think you'd fancy Mildenhall to get through that.
Yeah, Sheringham against Marlborough Wanderers. That'd be a difficult.
Yeah, that's a good game. Hard to call that one.
Yeah, and then of course you've got Norwich United against Woodbridge Town. I wish both teams all the best for that.
Yeah, I hope Norwich United get through.
Yeah, and then you got St. Neots against Fakenham Town. That'll be another.
Good game,
that's a tricky test for Fakenham to go away, but you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think if they can, I reckon they might bring them back to Fakenham and then beat them in the replay. Let's see.
You never know. And then, of course, at the bottom, you've got Willenborough Town versus Long Melford. I wish David Hennessy and the crew there all the best.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But then, as we were saying, if my next slide is right, I will be going off to this game tomorrow night. Thetford Town versus Newmarket at Montfort Road, 7:45. You can follow me on Twitter at Alzheimer's82 for updates. So that will be quite good. As I say, the fixtures there. And yeah, that's about it. Unless you've got anything else to say, Daryl?
No, just wish all our friends and clubs well for the FA Cup.
Definitely. So I hope you enjoyed yourselves, Daryl. Thank you very much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Join us, and hope for everyone for listening to me babble on for ages and trying to sort out my streams. It can only get better, can't it?
Top man.
Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you very, very soon. But for now, bye-bye.